Pause the video and zoom the board. So, candidates who are there in Patiala Center, I hope they can hear me clearly and see the board as well. So, the statement for today is as it is given. Some people think that it is more important to plant trees in open areas. Mark the keywords, in open areas of towns and cities than to build more housing. The question is, to what extent do you agree or disagree? Have you understood the statement? Have you understood the statement? Yes. Yes, Simran, what have you understood? थोड़ा जो चेंज है, अदरवाइज इट इज़ ओके. सम पीपल थिंक दैट कुछ लोगों का ये सोचनी है कि जेडे प्लांटेशन है, ग्रीनरी है, जेडे ट्रीज ने वो दैट इज़ मोर इंपॉर्टेंट इफ वी या इट इज़ मोर इंपॉर्टेंट, ये ज़्यादा जरूरी है कि वो ट्रीज नूं आपां शहरां दे ओपन एरियाज दे विच प्लांटेशनस करिए रादर दैन बिल्डिंग मोर हाउसिंग देयर, हाउसेस देयर. Let's say this is some town named as A. Roughly I have drawn the boundary of a town, and the task is we need to grow trees. See, this is town I have told you, okay. So this might be the open area. Open area ही होएगा. Okay, so in the open area, more and more of trees should be grown instead of building new houses. Or in other words, suburb, सुनिया कभी word suburb? What is a suburb? What is a suburb? City is the barla area. When a city starts developing in the outskirts, beyond its periphery, or in the periphery, I would say, periphery is the outer area of a city. ਜਦੋਂ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਅੰਦਰ ਤੇ ਕੰਸਟਰਕਸ਼ਨਸ ਉਹਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਆਲਰੇਡੀ ਕੰਸਟਰਕਟਡ ਹੈ that part of the city. ਹੁਣ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜਾਂ ਟਾਊਨ ਉਹ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਫੈਲਦਾ, ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰੈਸ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਕਰਦਾ, ਫਲਰਿਸ਼ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਕਰਦਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਬਿਲਡਿੰਗਸ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਹਰਲੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਵੀ ਡਿਵੈਲਪ ਹੋਣੀਆਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ. And the open areas of a city or a town, ਜਦੋਂ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਦਾ ਬਾਹਰਲਾ ਇਲਾਕਾ, the best example I would like to give you here is New Chandigarh. ਸੁਣਿਆ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ? Okay. और चंडीगढ़ ਦੇ ਸੈਕਟਰਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਦੇਖੋਗੇ ਚੰਡੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਦੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਵਾਲਾ ਏਰੀਆ ਉਹ ਡਿਵੈਲਪ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ and that is a suburb. Is that okay? So leave it aside. Let's come back to the topic again. ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਟਾਊਨ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਹਰਲੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਓਪਨ ਏਰੀਆਜ਼ ਨੇ ਔਰ ਈਵਨ ਇਫ देयर इज सम ਓਪਨ ਏਰੀਆ ਇਨ ਦੀ ਇੰਟੀਰੀਅਰ ਆਫ ਦਾ ਸਿਟੀ, ਕਿਸੇ ਵੇਲੇ ਕਈ ਏਰੀਆਜ਼ ਓਪਨ ਜਾਂ ਗਾਰਡਨਸ ਜਾਂ ਪਾਰਕਸ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ. द क्वेश्चन इज ਜਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਸਟੇਟਮੈਂਟ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ, ਆਰਗੂਮੈਂਟ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਕਿ ਕੁਝ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਵਾਲੇ ਏਰੀਆਜ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਟਰੀਜ਼ ਸ਼ੁੱਡ ਬੀ ਪਲਾਂਟਡ instead of new houses. ਉੱਥੇ ਨਵੇਂ ਘਰ ਨਾ ਬਣਾਓ ਪਰ ਟਰੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਂ ਗ੍ਰੀਨਰੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਵਧਾਓ. ਟੂ ਵਾਟ ਐਕਸਟੈਂਟ ਡੂ ਯੂ ਅਗਰੀ ਔਰ ਡਿਸਐਗਰੀ? ਕਿਸ ਹੱਦ ਤੱਕ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਸਟੇਟਮੈਂਟ ਨਾਲ ਸਹਿਮਤ ਹੋ? Now, the answer is either you can strongly agree, another word is sternly agree, totally agree, या फिर fully agree. And another scenario is I partially agree. कुछ हद तक मैं इस गल नाल सहमत हाँ कि ओपन एरियाज ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ट्रीज ਨੂੰ ਪਲਾਂਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਜਾਂ ਗ੍ਰੀਨਰੀ ਵਧਾਉਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਐਜ਼ ਕੰਪੇਅਰਡ ਟੂ ਬਿਲਡਿੰਗ ਮੋਰ ਐਂਡ ਮੋਰ ਆਫ ਨਿਊ ਹਾਊਸਿਸ. Choices yours. I will discuss both the aspects आंसर तो उसी अकॉर्डिंगली अपना फ्रेम कर लेना. ओके, क्लियर टिल दिस? ओके, नाउ विल बिगिन विद द synonyms. I hope everyone has understood the question completely, and please keep watching the video till the end if you want to score better in writing task 2 of IELTS. So, what will you write for some people? Numerous times in my previous videos I have given you synonyms for this. Some individuals, few multitudes, a segment of society, a part of society, and so on. Let's not waste much time on this. Think, ponder, assert, argue, believe, and so on. That is, it is more important. What will you write for this? It is vital, it is imperative or more imperative, crucial, yes, any other? Significant, yes, essential, fine. To plant trees, what will you write for this? Increase greenery. Increase greenery, yes. Cultivate plants. What else? Should do afforestation. Afforestation is what? Planting of trees. What else? Fauna and flora. Confusion between flora and fauna. Plants are the flora. Fauna are the animals. Okay. In open areas, what will you write for open areas? Open areas. Synonym for open area. Can you say non-residential area? Non-residential areas. Can you also write quieter areas? Areas where accommodations, areas where there are no accommodations. Areas where there are no apartments. वो वाले एरियाज जिथे कोई अपार्टमेंट्स नहीं है, जिथे कोई अकोमोडेशन नहीं है. और एनीथिंग एल्स फॉर ओपन एरिया? ओपन स्पेस एरिया के लिए यू कैन ऑल्सो यूज द वर्ड स्पेस. यस, मोर. फॉर व्हाट विल राइट फॉर टाउन्स एंड सिटीज? अर्बन एरियाज. Urban areas. I hope everyone sitting there at Patiala Center are getting me. Yes or no? I want to hear your voice. Urban areas. Municipalities also you can write. Developed areas. Anything else? Remote areas? No, not at all. Remote areas are the undeveloped areas or the far-flung areas which are away from the main city. Remote इलाका जो होंदा पिछड़िया हुआ इलाका नू कहने remote area. And most of the candidates they confuse villages with the remote areas. I again would like to explain you, not every village is a remote area. Some of the villages they are very close to cities. Some of the villages they have almost merged into the surrounding towns. Is that okay? Not every village is a remote area. Any of the villages could be a remote area. Talk about the areas in Leh Ladakh. Talk about the small hamlets, Hamlets are basically the small houses. So, talk about a very small village somewhere there near Kargil, in Siachen, in the Laul Spiti valley, and those are actually the remote areas which are far flung areas. And I guess there are few remote areas where the internet connectivity has still not reached, or remote areas. Okay. Than to build more housing. Okay. Than to, what will you write for than to? Instead of, in place of, please concentrate everyone here on the board. Yes. Yes, rather than build. Build is to construct more housing. For housing you can write apartments. What else? Lodging. Accommodation I have already written. Anything else? Buildings. Buildings also you can write, because it's not exclusively about housing. Building ultimately ਉੱਥੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਟਾਸਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ ਓਪਨ ਏਰੀਆਜ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਟਰੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਪਲਾਂਟ ਕਰੋ ਇੰਸਟੈਡ ਆਫ ਡੂਇੰਗ ਕੰਸਟਰਕਸ਼ਨਸ, ਕਿ ਕੋਈ ਇਮਾਰਤ ਖੜੀ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਬਜਾਏ ਕੋਈ ਕੰਕਰੀਟ ਦੀ ਬਿਹਤਰ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਜਾਂ ਸਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਓਪਨ ਏਰੀਆ ਹੈ ਉੱਥੇ ਟਰੀਜ਼ ਪਲਾਂਟ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ। ਕਿਸ ਹੱਦ ਤੱਕ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਨਾਲ ਸਹਿਮਤ ਹੋ? ਪਾਰਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਐਗਰੀਮੈਂਟ ਦੋਗੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਂ ਸਟਰੋਂਗਲੀ? ਪਾਰਸ਼ੀਅਲੀ, ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਹਾਊਸਿੰਗ ਇਜ਼ ਦ ਨੀਡ ਆਫ ਦੀ ਆਰ ਟੂਡੇ। ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਡੇਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਊਸਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ, ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਆਫ ਦੀ ਬਰਜੋਨਿੰਗ ਪੋਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ। ਪੋਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਇਜ਼ ਇਨਕਰੀਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਐਟ ਐਨ ਅਲਾਰਮਿੰਗ ਰੇਟ। ਪੋਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਬਹੁਤ ਤੇਜ਼ ਗਤੀ ਨਾਲ ਵੱਧ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਐਂਡ ਹਾਊਸਿੰਗ ਇਜ਼ ਦ ਨੀਡ ਆਫ ਦੀ ਆਰ। ਇਜ਼ ਦੈਟ ਓਕੇ? ਅੱਛਾ, ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਚਲੋ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਡਿਟੇਲ 'ਚ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਉਦੋਂ। ਆਈ ਵਿਲ ਲੈਟ ਯੂ ਨੋ। ਇਜ਼ ਦੈਟ ਓਕੇ? Clear till here? Do you want to note it down? And please, those who are watching my video, you can zoom the video and thereafter note down all the synonyms. Yes, Gurmeet, are you getting it? Done? All right. Now, we'll discuss two aspects. As you know, introduction, it begins with a general line, thereafter is the paraphrasing of the statement, and third is the answer to the question asked. Okay, can you talk about or tell me any general line in this topic? General line for the introduction. General line, I have repeated number of times in my previous videos that general line is optional. It's not mandatory, but it is better if you mention some general line. But yes, mind you one thing, if you think that two of the arguments are given, that means your paraphrasing is going to be a longer one, then do not give this general line, because introduction will exceed your word limit, and your word limit for the introduction is 40 to 50 words, or in other words 2 to 3 sentences, since candidates find a difficulty in knowing the length of the sentence, so the word limit should be 40 to 50. So it depends upon the statement. If the statement given is too short, then general line is a must. So here mention some general line if you want to, and whatever is the statement, try to cut short the statement. कोशिश करया करो कि उन्हों थोड़ी write it in your own words. Paraphrasing करना, synonyms use करने हैं, but do not copy paste that. The ones who are very weak in English, कई पंजाब स्कूल एजुकेशन बोर्ड ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਹੈ they are not very good in English, ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਲਈ it is advised ਕਿ ਉਹ synonyms use ਕਰਕੇ as it is ਉਹਨੂੰ copy paste ਵੀ ਕਰ ਦੇਣ, that is okay. But yes, those who want to score better band score, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਕਿ ਇਹਨੂੰ paraphrasing ਕਰਨ, and by using more of synonyms try to modify the statement, but mind you one thing, the meaning of the sentence should not change. Statement ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਨਾ ਬਦਲ ਜਾਏ. Is that okay? Any general line regarding this? Try. ये आप सोचो, जनरल लाइन किसके बारे में लिखनी है ये आप सोचो. It could be the importance of trees. You can write that it is a debatable topics whether more of trees should be planted or in place of trees more of houses or apartments should be built. एक debatable topic है. Half of you will say, no ma'am, we need to plant more and more of trees because we need more of greenery in order to combat the environmental problems these days. At the date ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ in contemporary era today, environmental issues ਦੇ ਨਾਲ combat ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ we need more and more of greenery. But the other half of the class might say, but housing is the need of the hour, ma'am. Is that okay? So now it is a debatable topic. Is that okay? Okay. Then paraphrasing, it is believed by a section of society that more and more of trees or flora should be grown or planted instead of building apartments in the open areas or the non-residential areas. Is that okay? Okay. Now thereafter is your answer to the question, I partially agree or I strongly agree, whatever it is. So now we'll discuss. ਹੁਣ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੀ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, ਫਰੇਮਵਰਕ ਕੀ ਬਣੇਗਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਇਹਦਾ ਟਾਸਕ ਦਾ. ਪਾਰਸ਼ਲ ਐਗਰੀਮੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਡਿਸਕਸ ਕਰਾਂਗੀ ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਸਟਰੋਂਗਲੀ ਐਗਰੀ ਜਾਂ ਫੁੱਲੀ ਐਗਰੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਸਾਈਡ ਦੇ ਪੁਆਇੰਟਸ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਗੇ. I'll try to balance that. There will be two body paragraphs. In body paragraph 1, we will discuss the importance of trees. Trees ਦੀ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਸ ਮਹੱਤਤਾ ਐਕਸਪਲੇਨ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਜਸਟੀਫਾਈ ਕਰ ਪਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਓਪਨ ਏਰੀਆਜ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ more and more of trees should be grown. So to commence with and you thereafter you can complete the line according to your own choice. Completion the options मैं ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੇ ਦੇਣੀ ਹੈ. To commence with the importance of trees. Line खत्म. To commence with this, do not jot down anything. सिर्फ सुनो, concentrate on the board. To commence with the significance of trees. To commence with, there are many reasons why more and more of trees should be grown or planted in the open areas. To begin with the reasons why there is a need of more flora on our earth. कि क्यों flora दी ज़्यादा लोड क्यों है? Okay, so all in all it is the points regarding the importance of the trees. First importance. This paragraph you have to mention the points regarding the importance of trees. ਤਾਂ ये justify कर पाओगे कि open areas ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਨੂੰ trees grow करने चाहिए है instead of building some concrete buildings or apartments. हाँ जी. Environment clean करेंगे trees. How? How? Pollution cut होएगा किमें? हाँ. Okay. Trees help to absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Trees help to absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and trees, they release oxygen, and in both the ways they help to purify the air because oxygen which we need for inhalation that is given out by the trees ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਾਰਬਨ ਡਾਈਆਕਸਾਈਡ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਐਕਸਹੇਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਟਰੀਜ਼ ਅਬਜ਼ੌਰਬ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਗੇ ਜਾਂ ਕਾਰਬਨ ਡਾਈਆਕਸਾਈਡ ਦੇ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਬੜੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਸੋਰਸਿਸ ਹੈ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀਜ਼ vehicle exhaust ਜਿੰਨੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੋਂ ਕਾਰਬਨ ਡਾਈਆਕਸਾਈਡ ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ that will be absorbed by the trees and does purify the air. trees ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ purify ਹਵਾ ਨੂੰ purify ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ help ਕਰਦੇ ਆ. Second another important point is they help to control global warming, which is a major issue or a topic which covers the headlines of almost every newspaper every day. Global warming एक ऐसा topic है you can find every single day in one or the other newspapers. What is global warming? It is the average increase in the temperature of the earth. Average earth the temperature vadna is called global warming, and global warming the main causal gas kedi hai? Again carbon dioxide. But do not write these chemical formulas in your task, always write carbon dioxide. Is that okay? So global warming, which is a one of the major environmental concerns, it will be tackled or combated by the planting of trees or the greenery. Okay, trees also help to cause rainfall. दरखत ज़्यादा होंगे तो बारिश ज़्यादा पाएगी? No? Trees help to cause rainfall. Trees ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪੱਤਿਆਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ transpiration ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ. Transpiration is the evaporation of the water from the leaves of the trees. Trees ਦੇ ਹਰ ਪੱਤੇ ਚੋਂ ਪਾਣੀ evaporate ਹੋ ਕੇ ਉੱਪਰ it helps in the formation of clouds and thereafter rain falls. ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਦਰਖਤ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਬਾਰਿਸ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ. So we need to plant more and more of trees because we need rainfall, and when the rain it falls onto the ground, the water it percolates into the ground and forms groundwater. पीण वाला पानी उथों बनेगा. It percolates. What is percolates into the ground? That is, what is percolation? Drop by drop पानी जदों अंदर जाएगा. Is that okay? Okay. Third, do not write, just concentrate on the board. I have not finished yet. Fourth point is trees bind. बड़ा important point है. Please look at the board, and those who are watching the video, please concentrate. Trees bind the soil particles. मिट्टी दे जिहड़े छोटे छोटे कण ने ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ trees bind ਕਰਕੇ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਨੇ, ਬੰਨ ਕੇ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਨੇ with the help of their roots, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਜੜ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ. And if there will be no trees, buildings ਉੱਥੇ ਬਣਾ ਦਾਂਗੇ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮਿੱਟੀ ਹੈ with the help of the rainfall it will erode away. Soil erosion ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ. All in all, broadly I am explaining you the importance of trees. It's all your choice. जिन्ने points ਤੁਸੀਂ mention करना चाहते हो and how many of you can you accommodate in body paragraph 1, you can mention that. Any other importance of trees? कि why trees should be planted? Trees also help to control the noise pollution. They absorb, they cut down noise pollution, they absorb noise. हाँ जी, की दसन लगे से? But that is a new habitat आप build करेंगे. हाँ कह सकते हो कि जेडे forest ने या जेडे trees ने they are home to many animals. ये point उत्थे ज़्यादा relevant है जिथे आप deforestation दी गल करेंगे कि जे आप trees कट देते तो जेडे animals ने वो homeless हो जाएंगे. This is about planting of trees कि जेडे open areas ने उत्थे घर बनाइए या trees बनाइए. तो इस पैराग्राफ दे विच I have explained कि yes trees उगाओ. हुन on the contrary या however करके या on the other hand side will explain why more of houses need to be built in the open areas या why instead of trees we need more and more of houses. Do you want to note down something? Yes, sir. Do it. So we are beginning with the body paragraph 2. I request you to subscribe my channel if you have liked my video, and if you have any queries please mention in the comment section below. I'll try my level best to answer all the queries. So let's body paragraph 2 is to commence with the significance of building new structures. Please drop your pen and concentrate on the board. So next paragraph is regarding the importance of building new structures. Structure कहने ढांचे ਨੂੰ घर ਦਾ ढांचा ही बनेगा ਪਹਿਲਾਂ, that's why, and it's kind of writing synonyms. Okay, so what is the need of building new houses? First point is population is increasing at an alarming rate in certain countries or in certain developing countries, nations, countries, whatever. So housing or the accommodation is the need of the hour. Is that okay? So if more houses, more and more of houses will not be built, people will remain homeless. So that is why instead of trees, what is more important is to build more and more of houses. Okay. Second point, migration. This is important for all. Second point is migration from dash to dash areas is increasing or surging at a very fast pace. Surging is inclining. Okay, so migration from dash to dash, fill in the blanks. Yes, very true. Migration from rural to urban areas is surging at an alarming rate due to more of amenities. Amenities is a synonym of facilities. Due to more of amenities in the developed parts or in the municipalities, as I have told you. So ਜਿਹੜੀ migration है rural areas to urban areas ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵੱਧ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ. Since why I have mentioned this point is since the task was regarding open areas of towns. Earlier also every time I try to explain it कि जो task ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਆਏ, please do try to settle each and every word of the task in your mind कि examiner ने जो ये word ਦਿੱਤਾ ਤੇ क्यों ਦਿੱਤਾ. Is that okay? So why it was about the open areas of towns and cities? Is that okay? Since migration from rural to urban areas is increasing, again there is more and more need of houses in the urban areas. So these 2 points I hope they justify कि उत्थे houses जरूर बनाने चाहिए. अच्छा, if they would have asked you some solution या कोई जे इस चीज़ दा हल पूछे होंदा तो you would have written कि trees as well as houses should be built, but what can be done is houses can be multi-storied. Vertical buildings should be constructed instead of the horizontal ones because the horizontal buildings they occupy large space and vertical buildings they occupy less space. And more families can be accommodated. Multi-story buildings to exemplify मैं flats की गल कर रही. And other word for multi-story buildings is high-rise buildings. Skyscrapers you can't say. High-rise building can be a skyscraper. Skyscraper are the buildings which seem to touch the sky, which are very very high buildings, but not in solution you should not say that every building should be a skyscraper. Okay, so high-rise buildings or vertical buildings you can say. Vertical building is more appropriate instead of horizontal buildings. Horizontal buildings are the single story buildings which occupy more space. I hope you have understood this. No, if it is not asked, do not mention. I have just given you an example. If in some of the tasks or if you get any statement related to this and they have asked the solution, then you have to mention the solution कि vertical building बना सकते हैं and along with that few trees can be planted. क्योंकि housing the need तो हैगी nowadays. Migration भी बढ़ रही from rural to urban areas. So people need more and more of houses. Have you understood? Any doubt, any query regarding this if you have?
What else we can write?
What else? For what you want to write?
Significance of building new structure.
You tell me. Significance of building new structure? 2 points I have told you, try to mention third point if you want to, but you will not be able to accommodate in that paragraph. And moreover, these 2 points, if you count it in the sequence of the importance, these 2 are more important than any other secondary points. You can get, but when important, these are more important, because increasing population is an issue of concern in each and every state or area. Is that okay? I hope it is clear to everyone. Anything? It is building, but that is why I have told you structures. Yes, it is structures. Always try to consider the task as broad as possible. Do not confine it to the residential areas only. Than to build more housing. But in this, if he has given housing, confine it with the housing only. Otherwise, he would have mentioned the commercial areas. फिर वो commercial areas mention कितने होने से उन्होंने?
फिर उधर में housing नहीं आना चाहिए.
हाँ, housing आएगा.
जे commercial areas mention कितने?
Exclusively जे कितने होंगे? जब buildings होंदा फिर you could have mentioned taken up both. इधे में जो इन्ना broad ना ही लेके जाना तो it will be okay. Is that okay? I hope. So those who have liked my video, please do press the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.